What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Espresso, and welcome back to another Infinite Warfare video here today on the channel. With this one, I'm going to be talking about something that is, again, a little bit more of an open discussion, and I'd like to get your thoughts here on this. With this, we're going to be talking about the leaderboards and some of the other problems, and whether or not the leaderboards actually do rank high in that list here, because a lot of people are taking to Twitter, Reddit, Facebook, whatever it may be here, in terms of their comments and their opinions on the topic and voicing their concerns here, and saying that it's quite evident of the current state of the game. A lot of people are saying that it's because there is an incredibly low number of players every single day, and that's why there are no leaderboards, to hide that fact a little bit here with it. But matter of fact is that it's not going to be something that can be hidden for the entire year. I honestly think that if that happens, well, a lot of people will have completely lost faith, and at that point, it's really like, why are you hiding this to begin with? But it's something that might have a very logical explanation as to why it's been pushed back so much. We're going to talk about that here with this a little bit. Before we get too far into it, if you guys enjoy the video, make sure to drop a like down below. And of course, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys subscribe to stay up to date with everything Infinite Warfare and of course, Modern Warfare Mastered. But let's talk about leaderboards. Once again, it is now December 3rd. We don't have leaderboards. As of tomorrow, the game will have been out for an entire month and we still have no leaderboards, something that Modern Warfare Mastered has and has made even better with a full combat record, and something that right now a lot of people are like, why is it taking so long? Once again, one of the big theories around this is the fact that it might be something to hide the fact of the player counts, but we discussed that not too long ago here on the channel, how it is still one of the top 5 most played games in a lot of regions on Xbox One. Now, you can't actually track that data on PlayStation 4, so I can't tell you how it compares on there. And of course, well, the Steam community and PC community is already small, and with the reception that Infinite Warfare got, it is still rather quite small on the edge here. So that in the concept of PC, I understand, but for consoles, it still is doing relatively alright. It's not near as big of a game as it was previously, but it's still slightly above water here with it. So that idea that is to hide the player count here with it, I think is just a fallacy, and it's not anything that's holding too much merit and too much credit. So what is the real reason as to why leaderboards have not been implemented yet in Infinite Warfare? Now, before we jump into the explanation, these are on the horizon and probably very soon here, because Joe Seacott himself said so with this. You got asked a question over on Twitter asking, will we be seeing leaderboards and when? And he says, yes, very soon. So that is something that we don't have an ETA on it just yet, but very soon is much better than soon, I guess. So as to why it might be something that's been delayed so much is because, well, there are much larger problems with the game. Now, this does sound extremely pessimistic, but in reality, can you disagree in a sense? Because when you take a look at it, we're a month into the game, we've had a couple of major patches already, some title updates that go across the board and change major pieces of the game, and as it stands, in only 4 weeks out of that, there's been a lot of work done to the game. And as a result, also there have been some major glitches that have been on the top priority to make the game still playable. So leaderboards right now are kind of in the back seat, or maybe passenger seat at this point, because they're probably coming very soon, but it is something that is not the most important thing out of all of this. If you take a look at it, just in the past couple of weeks, we've had the Genesis glitch where people could get out of the map, they could glitch into the wall and become invincible. Nobody could shoot at them, but they could shoot players. You had the CTF XP glitch where if you used one of the FTL abilities, you could literally just get hundreds of thousands of XP per CTF game. You had search and destroy issues where you would lag out in certain key portions of the game. I think it was round 11s or something like that, where there was a big piece of gameplay on the line here in tournaments for competitive, and it just lagged out. It glitched out, nobody could finish a game. Then you had infected issues, things like that, that made that unplayable as well. So that's 4 major glitches, 4 major problems with the game in a span of probably only 3 weeks, to be honest with you. Between the downtime, maybe even less time than that, the total amount of time that those were relevant problems probably equates out to 3 weeks out of the 4 weeks. So that's something that there wasn't much time to focus on anything else. So in my mind, that's the way that I see it, or that's the way that I like to see it, that they're taking care of the bigger problems before implementing something that, yes, probably should have been in there upon launch, but it is what it is, and I'm okay with waiting a little bit here, so long as the game is playable, or they're making strides to make the game more playable here with this, and it's something that subsidiary factor isn't too detrimental to the gameplay overall. Sure, it's cool to see where you rank up and everything, but in the grand scheme of things, is a leaderboard the most necessary thing to make the core gameplay run? Not in my mind. That's not the way that I see it. So that is, we're gonna wrap it up here today. I just wanted to give some little thoughts and explanation here on this, or at least what I believe is the reasoning as to why leaderboards have not come up just yet. You guys are certainly welcome to disagree here with this. And that said, I'd love to hear your thoughts down there on the comment section down below. What do you think about all of this? Do you think leaderboards should have been implemented at the very beginning nonetheless and come with a launch? I personally think so too. But as it stands right now, do you think that it's something that they were focusing on the larger issues at hand, or do you think it's something they're covering up the player count? Whatever it may be, I'd love to hear your thoughts. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like down below. And of course, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys subscribe to stay up to date with everything Infinite Warfare and Modern Warfare Mastered. But thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Nikolai Express. I'll see you guys later. Take care and peace.